What is up, legends? We are back in another HypeWatch. Now it's just Friday morning, and most of the stuff that we're going to be doing the HypeWatch today is intuitive of basically just what's happened at this point. This is after the Game Awards, so we have all that, yeah. And what we normally do here is we talk about mobile, PC, and fighting games. And look at the PC game right now. Probably one of the bigger ones of the year right now, Crisis Core Final Fantasy Reunion. This is going to set the grounds for a remake going forward. And I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, you see it's a $50 game. But I have no problems with that. And as you can see, it's considered more than a remaster. This is, again, one of the bigger things of the year. So definitely, if you're into Final Fantasy, here you go. Rock it out. It's going to be lit. Next up, we have Frontier Hunter. Now, Frontier Hunter, a lot of waifu bait in there, but it seems like it's going to be actually a really fun and good game. It actually reminds me of Star Ocean more than Star Ocean. But as you guys can see, it's Metroidvania-like, and this is the early access right now. So if you haven't gotten into this one, try to get into it. You might like it. A lot of exploration, a lot of fun in it, and as you can see, multiple characters. I am definitely going to be rocking this out. And normally when I show you these games, they usually have some type of lit thing going about it. So definitely keep this one in mind. And that's kind of it for PC for right now. The hype, as you guys probably already seen in the thumbnail, is going to be at the end. So next up, on mobile side, we have Nana War of Steel. This game is interesting. It's another Metroidvania type of game. It is $4.99, but it said it will go on sale from here to there. So, hang around. If you're truly into it or whatever else, it might go on sale and be like $1 or $2. That's usually what happens with these games. Like all these games over here, like they usually end up like that or end up free sometimes. And they have like sales like that go on if you're inclined. But it's one of those adventure games. It reminds me a lot of the old school Nintendo games where they have multiple paths and fun stuff and just a whimsical. So that's why we talked a bit about it on HypeWatch. Next up is Evermoon. They managed to actually make a League of Legends clone, a NFT MOBA. I don't know why anybody is still trying to do NFT right now. It's dead. It's over. Game companies, devs. Like we know, devs. I have a lot of devs watching. Please stop. Please stop. You make your game dead on arrival, and this might actually be a good MOBA game. It might actually be a good one. Some of these MOBA games do stuff slightly better than League. Nobody wants to hear that, and some of the mobile MOBA games I think are better than League. But, again, League is like the king and everything else. So people that's like blasphemy for them to say. But I like controls and I like the way I have freedom with the characters. And League at its core is still the same thing it was like 10 years ago. Let's be 100% honest. The same thing it was 10 years ago. It still feels like you're moving a damn tank when you're controlling those characters. And that's the reason why I don't play it. Every once in a while, somebody tries to convince me to come in and play League, and I can never do it because I always feel like I'm just click, like just clicking the mouse, and the character is has an anchor on its foot somewhere that you can't see. I can't stand it. I just can't. So when games do better than that, and it actually feels good, like you're playing Diablo, but League, I'm with it. I'm 100% with it when it's like that, but anything else, negative. So, yeah. Next up is the Division Resurgence. Now, if you have, you see, I didn't get in, but if you have registered for this game, I believe it's EU only, and that's probably the reason why I didn't get in. But I don't know how they would know that from my account unless they can actually see where I log in from. But I probably just didn't get in. But it's EU servers right now, so you can, if you look up places, you can find like the APK. I have not tried to actually play it yet as of this video because, like I said, it's in the morning and I haven't gotten to actually doing game reviews yet. The final ones for the week. I'll usually always do HypeWatch first, but I'm interested in this because it might actually be lit to play the Division on a mobile setting over the PC setting because part of the reason why the Division doesn't move well is, again, this is another game, just like the previous game, like I just said, that doesn't control very well. It doesn't feel good on PC to control this game. I don't know. They've never actually overcome that. They kept it like tank controls, like you feel like you're playing Resident Evil 1. Like, I hate it. So it might feel better on the mobile, because mobile, they're going to have easier access controls, because you can't do that on mobile. You got to have it so, like, maybe it'll be some like point and click, maybe there'll be like some auto run or something like that, and then you can shoot and stuff like that, kind of a little bit like how Decay handles it, where you just, the characters kind of do their thing and then you can shoot for them. If they do stuff like that, the Division might end up in a better place. I know that sounds like they're taking away skill, but what kind of skill could you really have when you move like a goddamn tank? So, like, I don't know. This is just me. Next up, we have Dawnlands. You see, when you look at these ads right here, this is a little like, that's because I bought my kids a bunch of Sonic and Mario games for Christmas. Like, and now it's showing me Sonic and Mario games, because that's what they asked for. So that's what they got. They got like $1,000 worth of stuff. They better go ahead. I mean, like, don't ask me for nothing to your birthday. Nah, I'm just playing. But you know, Christmas is Christmas. Anyway, Dawnlands. Dawnlands is a survival game. This game looks good for a mobile game. It actually looks really good. But again, third game in a row, you move like a damn tank. Game devs, we don't want to move like that. We want free-flowing camera move on a swivel with our characters, where we can actually control if we get hit by something and not have to, like, the character is moving to the side, watching yourself get hit because you can't move. Hey, but no, it does look good, and if you're into this type of thing, then have at it. But I just warned you about how you gonna move. The Witch Rebirth. The interesting thing about this is they're taking extreme liberties to put Cereza out here, and as you guys know, that's Bayonetta. It don't play like Bayonetta. It is a straight up EU action, a run around and spam and RPG manager type of game. Now, however, if you are into trying to be a gun witch, go for it. You have at it. I mean, it's going to be right there for you. You're going to basically be able to cosplay Bayonetta in the game. And like I said, there's a market for this. There's a major $1 billion market for this. So they're smart. As long as they don't get sued, because Bayonetta is one action game of the year. So y'all might not live too long. Dragonair. So we're going to talk a little bit about Dragonair, because people sleeping on this game. This is a great game. This is an amazing game. You straight up gangster in this game. It's so much fun. It's like an RPG and a mobile put into one, where you have choices and consequences, and you got to think about stuff and just come up with things. And I like games that just go outside of just being, you know, chasing waifus and then automatically go into a power thing and you win. You actually have to have strategy, and it's a great game. Like, it's going to be really something when it comes out, and I hope it gets all the flowers it deserves, because it's one of the better mobile games that we have coming right now. It just really is. It should be talked about more, about how good it really is. Zold Out is coming, as you guys can see right now. Pre-registered, hyped out, chilling, and everything else. If you're into the type of card game slash RTS type of game, you know, real-time strategy, and might be something for you, but here's the link for it as well. Premium RPG Genshin. Now, normally when you see premium, that means you have to buy the game, but this is not the case in this game. It is an RPG, and it has stuff that you can buy, so it's kind of like those games where they're RPGs and then you have gacha in it, stuff like this. Although I don't think that there's actually gacha in this, but just wanted to point out there, because it's rumored to actually be pretty good, and then Kimco actually makes pretty good games as well. Next up is La Belcier project. Now, this is the second time I showed this, and I want to put emphasis that this game is actually good. If you are into the I'm actually forgetting the name of the guy, but Detective Conan and the other guy that does law trials and everything. I'm totally forgetting his name, but this is similar to that type of game where you have to deduce who's the person that's responsible, like who's the killer, who's doing this and that. It has a lot of plot and a lot of consequence and everything else like that. So I like you can even see kind of like the similar thing, like the law game, like chilling right there. Like, okay, can you stop the person? Can you stop the mastermind? I'm gonna play this because it's a different type of game, and I like to use my brain a little bit in games and figure things out. And I think it's gonna be lit. So yeah. Next up, we have Miko Era. Speaking of EU, 12 Myths. I actually was just saying EU before, but this is actually an EU game. So you already know it's going to be RPG manager. And the reason why they keep making these games is because, these games make bread. I don't know how. I don't know why. Actually, I know why. I don't know how. That's the really accurate thing to say. I don't know how. But they be making bread. They make that money. So we can say whatever we want to say at the end of the day. These RPG managers with the cute characters that you come in, they make money. Now, this one is based off of a little bit of folklore where there's 12 Miko, and you can get different variations of them, obviously. And they did put a lot of money into this art and these characters, but at the core line, it's the same thing as they normally do with RPG managers, so just keep that in mind. Shadow Slayer. Now, this might be the sleeper hit on the thing. We got some hits, but this might be the sleeper hit because obviously the Shadow games, there's a lot of market for this as well. But this is a Metroidvania Shadow game, and this game has gone through various iterations of itself, and all of them was lit. They just keep changing it here and there. This obviously this looks like Dante, but before it looked like solo leveling and all those type of stuff like that. And the solo leveling one was lit, and they got rid of it, obviously, because the solo leveling people probably came after them because that got its own game, and it's starting to become like a global hit now, so they probably ain't gonna have that. But core line in this game is still here, and it's still amazing, so check it out. You'll deeply appreciate this game. And next up, before the last, we're going to talk about FMA. Now, this is the CN version, the Chinese region version, where there's going to be 3, I believe, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. I believe those are the 3 regions. What this essentially means is that Global's next, basically, which I'm happy for. So I'm personally not going to be bothered with this, and I don't really play the JP version anymore either, because they block you from easily being able to actually top up in the game, which means you can't make a guild and everything else, which is one of the reasons why I just stopped playing. I I can't make a damn guild. Like, why am I doing this and stuff like that? But I did want to point out, just in case somebody couldn't get into the CN version, the JP version. Here's the CN version for you to actually try out as well. And real quick before we get to the last one, people always ask, like, bruh, how do you play so many games? One of them is having a good computer. One. So we have Swordmaster going here. Swordmaster grinding because I got a new character. I got 2 new characters on Swordmaster. I got Odin and Mia. So I'm building and getting orders for that. And then we're bringing up, I'm also doing this while I'm doing a video. We grinding out, which is like, I didn't mean to do that, which is the event and Neural Cloud. Like, people ask, like, how do you do that? And this stuff, like somebody else is playing for you. You don't need somebody else playing for you. You just need to be able to multitask. You don't really need to do that. And like, calm down. Like, nobody else is playing for me. This is just, this is how we do. Like, professional gamer here, doing it 20 years as a gamer. So you learn how to do stuff and multitask. In fact, I can't actually play one game anymore. YouTube life has ruined me because I get bored in one game. I gotta play multiple games at the same time, or I just don't want to play at all. But we farm it right here for Kuro, and then you bring it up, we got Nikkei right here. Now, for the most part, you can idle in Nikkei as long as your characters are within a certain thing, and as long as you have certain P out here. I have a burst healer and Pepper. I have a attack over time healer and Helm, and then I have defense now in the new Rupee. So they all good, they all fine. And then I'll just go back to what I'm doing now. See, I just did that in the I want to actually show that in emphasis. Obviously, I know people are gonna copy me now because Let me tell you guys something real quick before we get into the hype. People will copy me and copy my ideas, which is fine, as long as they don't do it all the time. That's the problem I have with some creators, that they just literally wake up, roll out the bed, don't wash their ass, and go to my playlist, and then just copy everything that I do. That I don't like. That is like, damn, like you guys ever heard of the term dick riding? That is the epitome of YouTube dick riding right there. And there's creators who do that. And you know how I know is because YouTube tells on people all the time. When you do a video, when I do a video and then I put it up and then I go and look at like, like my, the YouTube, when they actually send you stuff and stuff like this, what YouTube will do as a content creator, if you're a content creator, if you've done a video and somebody copies that video in a day or so, YouTube will recommend that video to you as a content creator. So I always know YouTube directly snitches on y'all. I always know who copies my idea because YouTube be like, hey, look at this guy. Like straight up. That's what YouTube does. They like, look at this guy right here. He just straight up stole your idea and did a video. That's the stuff I don't like and what I call out all the time. I call that out all the time because that's BS. Like, just don't wake up and roll out of bed, don't wash your ass, and just copy a video. Like, at least do something different. Like, don't just straight up, I kid you not, I did the, I'm gonna call this out. I did the Kuro versus, you guys saw that, Hubble. Yo, 4 or 5 hours later, 3 videos, Kuro versus Hubble. Bro, what? What? And one of the people is the same person. He's been doing it for like 2 weeks now. It's like he just decided that he just wanted to be my mini-me. Now, and he's been doing that for 2 weeks, like every game, the same idea, the same video. And you know why that happens? It's because there's idiot YouTube creators who make videos and say, you want to get good at YouTube? Copy whatever. There's literally videos telling people to do that. And people do it thinking that that's the legit honest way to grow as a YouTuber. That's not the legit and that's not the honest way to grow as a YouTuber. You do grow. I'm not gonna say you do grow, but people are going to hate you, like me, who do stuff like that because you're not legit at the end of the day. You're just copying and you're a dick rider. That is straight up what a dick rider is. Like, the dick is in your mouth. At that point right now, you have it in your mouth and you are sucking hard because YouTube actually snitches on you. It says that. I don't like that. That's the stuff I don't like. So I don't have any problem I'm supposed to be the trendsetter because I'm literally being paid to be the trendsetter, but I'm not being paid for people to just dick ride and not own their own content. No, absolutely not. Getting called out every single time. So with that said, let's go into the hype. I had to say that because people think that I just pick on people when I'm not picking on people. I don't like dick riders. That's straight up what it is. So Kunoichi is, I like ninjas. I like thick ninjas. I like ninjas that got cute outfits. All of the above. Now, obviously, this is a $9.99 Steam game available right now. We're going to watch a trailer for it. And I hope you guys enjoy the trailer. We're just going to let the trailer rock. That's going to be the end of the video. And yeah, get into it. Rock it out. You're going to see some nice stuff. Nice, cute waifu right here. Uncensored nudity right there. That's all we're gonna give you of that. You play the game, you can see the rest of it. Just straight get it. You don't need no patch. Just come with the game right there. Just like Tata's out. Want to kill somebody, assassinate them, play like Tenchu? Go ahead. Go for yours. So that's all I got for you guys in this video. Be legendary. Hope you guys enjoyed. And don't be a D rider. Nobody will like you. Peace.
何十年も前から幕府の最高権力者シャノアの雑を企んだ言った。幕府の国官は雑。お前の父は偉大な人物だった。彼が死んだ時あなたはまだ子供だった。 君は死ぬ芸術の達人だ。始めよう。